Okay, to graph this parabola, I first factored it in order to find the x-intercepts, because when y is equal to 0, that's where the x-intercepts are. And this one we could factor. I first factored out a negative to get rid of that negative coefficient for the x squared. We have negative x squared. Negative times a negative is a positive 2x, and a negative times a negative is a positive 3. So that's negative, and then x plus 1 times x minus 3 ends up equaling this, because the middle x squared and negative 3 on the ends, and negative 3x plus x is negative 2x. And so this equals 0, which means you got your x-intercepts at x equal negative 1, because negative 1 plus 1 adds up to 0. 0 times this is 0. Or x equals 3, because 3 minus 3 is 0, which makes the whole product 0. So we have our x-intercepts. Let's now find the y-intercept. Y-intercept occurs when x is equal to 0, so y is equal to 3 plus 0 minus 0, y equals 3. So there we have the y-intercept at y equals 3. That's where the line crosses the y-axis. So we know it crosses all the axes. Next, let's find the vertex, and then we can graph this thing really well. So to find the vertex, we put all the information we have up here. X-intercepts are the points x equals negative 1 and x equals 3. The y-intercept is y equals 3. Need a little space here. So now let's find the vertex. The single most important point on any parabola is the vertex. Okay, so to find the vertex, the x-coordinate of the vertex is negative b over 2a. In this case, that's negative 2 divided by 2 times negative 1. So this equals 1. The x-coordinate of the vertex is 1. And that should be halfway between the two x-intercepts as well. The average of the x-intercepts is also 1. Then the y-coordinate of the vertex we find by plugging in 1 into the equation for the parabola. Either of these will work. So negative 1 squared plus 2 times 1 plus 3. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1 plus 3 is 4. So the y-coordinate of the vertex is 4. And so we know the vertex is the point 1, comma 4. Also we know that this parabola opens downwards because the a term is negative. So it's a downward turning parabola. Okay, let's graph this thing. So the vertex is at 1, 4. Let's go over 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the vertex. The y-intercept is at 3. It goes through the y-axis here at 3. The axis of symmetry is this, by the way. It goes through the center, through the vertex. And so we get a free point on the other side of the axis of symmetry, reflecting the y-intercept. We also have two x-intercepts at negative 1 and at 3. So let's graph this guy. Now we have all these points. And there it is, the graph of this parabola.